I mean, we're all faced with challenges of one kind or another.
Well, as of now, I don't have any challenges because everything that I go to do, I do it.
I know.
To me, I don't think it's a challenge.
Exactly.
It's just everyday stuff.
It's a different degree of challenge. I mean, in terms of it will take you 10 minutes to do what it would take someone else to do 3, but that's not
Sometimes.
Sometimes you can do things faster on wheels. I understand that too. It's just, when do you get your new chair?
Next week. It should be calling me next week.
Cool.
She said 10 days.
Sweet.
And if it ain't the right one, she'll send it back again. But I think they'll send her the right one this time. But old Katie, she's been up there forever.
Yeah.
And what she wants, she gets. She loves her patients.
Is she part of the VA?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. She's worked for the VA for I don't know how many years. But she's 52 years old.
Okay.
And she knows what she's doing. And all the people, she's a slave driver, but she gets you strong, she gets you where you're walking, the whole 9 yards.
That's cool. The VA helped my dad quite a bit. He only made it to 67.
That's how old I am.
I know. So every year past that, you're one better than my dad.
Well, I'm way up from my dad. My dad died when he was 53.
Really?
He had 5 major things wrong with him. He was a diabetic, and he had emphysema.
What year was that?
It's back in the 90s.
In the 90s. Okay. He was 53 in the 90s. That makes him about 10 years older than me.
Okay. My dad had 4 brothers. No sisters, just 4 brothers.
My mom's parents had 7 girls and 2 boys, I think. Unless, there may have been one that died in childhood that I'm not remembering.
Yeah.
But my 2 uncles, one of them died at Tarawa. Are you familiar with the Battle of Tarawa? That happened in World War II, 1943. It was the first fortified island that we went against. It was the first resisted invasion that they attempted. November of 43. There were 1,000 American casualties, and he was one of them.
Wow.
But there was a picture of him over the double bed in the living room at my grandmother's the whole time I was growing up, so it was kind of like he was there. And my other uncle, Ars, he was in submarines in the Atlantic in World War II, 44, 45. He's a brilliant guy. Hicks, they're both, they had them, they're the male children, so they had Hicks as their name, Oris Hicks and Wilson Hicks. And Oris, he knew everything about his brother. The unit, the Marine unit that did the invasion, they'd have reunions that commemorated throughout the years, and he would go in place of his brother. And he was an honorary member of the unit.
Yeah.
Eddie Albert, you know who Eddie Albert is?
I've heard of him.
He was Green Acres.
Yes.
And he was, a number of movies over the years.
That's what I was going to say. I can't remember what he was. Then when you said Green Acres, yep, I got him pictured now.
Yeah, well, he was in movies before World War II, and he was one of the actors that went into service during the war. and he was actually at Tarawa. So my uncle had seen him a number of times at reunions.
That's before Bob Hope and all of them. Huh?
Well, no, he was working. He was a Navy.
Okay.
He had listed in the Navy, and his job was running one of the landing boats back and forth and picking up people out of the water. So he would be at the reunions, you know, and so my uncle met him. He's passed. A lot of the people that passed now, you know, they're all in their 80s and shit. There's a book written about
now,
it.
why did we have to die? I don't understand. Why we're being born? Why do we have to die?
Well, because that was the equation that they had lived by up to that point. It's like your men against their men, and the one who kills the most wins. That's the way war had been, you know, for thousands and thousands of years. We just, the only thing we did was add machine guns. You know, it was pointed sticks for a long time. And then they found a way to blow things up. And I'm holding on to this. You should
probably
hit it.
pride, brother.
No, it's not, because I didn't. You should hit it at least twice.
I want a real house, and I want a real bed.
But in particular, why did they die at Tarawa? It's because a amphibious landing against a fortified enemy outside of the disaster at Gallipoli in World War I had not really been tried. We went. The only thing they had before that was Guadalcanal, and Guadalcanal, the Japanese did not oppose the landing. Instead, they just withdrew into the jungle, and then they contested the island for the next 6 to 8 months. Well, Tarawa is about the size of Central Park in New York, and it was a British island that the first day of the war the Japanese took over. So December 1941. So they had from December 1941 to November of 43 to turn it into a fortress. And they did. It was a fucking goddamn fortress. Built out of coconut logs and, you know,
Right.
dual layer coconut logs will take an artillery shell and just make it bounce off.
Dang.
It's amazing. So they give them like 3 days of naval bombardment. You know, destroyers, battleships, everything. Planes coming in, bombing the hell out of the island, bombing the hell out of them, you know, for 3 days. And then they say, okay, let's go in. And most of the Marines are going, can't be any Japs left on that island.
Yeah.
And all the Japs were left on that island. It didn't kill a damn one of them. It killed one particular one important one, the commander of the
I was
island.
going to say the commander, the boss.
Yeah. So they were fragmented, but even though they were fragmented in commands, they had incredible fortifications that could fight individually. And so, couple that with the fact that they did, you know, the charts they had for the reefs were like 1890 vintage. And they didn't know for sure when the tides were and where the reef was. And so the Higgins boats are coming in and they're 100 yards from shore and they hit the reef. They're stuck. They can't go any. The guys have to hop out and walk it the rest of the way in waist deep water. And everything's triangulated with machine guns that chop them up as they're coming through.
Oh man!
So that's why the heavy death toll is the Marines just kept coming. They don't stop.
No, I was talking about like, all right, when we're born. Then a year, we're a year old, 2 years old on up, and then you die after you get up in your 60s and 70s and 80s and 90s. Why? If you're going to die, why do you have to be put on the earth?
To learn.
Oh.
Souls.
Yeah, but why learn if you're just going to It's going to die.
Well, because your soul doesn't die.
Right. Okay, I got you now. Yeah.
See,
I never thought of it like that.
before we're born, we are in the well of souls, and we have been other lives. We have been in past lives before, and we actually choose the life we want, and we choose the lesson we're going to learn. And then we come and we live it. And the main lesson is choose love over fear.
Oh yeah.
And if you get that, you get to go to the next level.
I know
And
what
so,
you're talking about.
you know, and your soul will be back next time around, and you'll get to learn a different lesson. And
Because
after you've done that,
far, like when I was growing up, we didn't have many toys. We ate our toys.
yeah,
And nowadays, they got toys that I wished I would have had when I was little.
I'm gonna shoot a video. I think I can shoot a video and put it on a thumb drive and plug a thumb drive into your thing and show you. I'm gonna shoot a video of the inside of my place because it's all toys. Well, you know, there's electronics that I do my stuff with. There's computers, but displayed everywhere is my toys, my Batmobile model kit collection, all that shit. Because there's nothing more important than toys.
Yep.
See, the goddess invented laughter. So all comedy and comedians are sacred to the goddess, which is another reason why I'm developing a stand-up comedy routine.
Yeah.
With
Lynn's
your
mom's
help.
got one.
Huh?
Lynn's mom's got one. She does comedy. She goes places sometimes up in Warrren.
I don't. Lynn's mom?
Lynn's mom, Hazel.
Really?
Yes. You ought to hear some of the jokes she's got, man. But
Seriously.
that's what she wants to do before she dies. But she's trying. Been trying for years.
I can put her on video and then I can put her on YouTube, and if she is truly funny, people will watch it, and then she will get gigs. That, you know, I am a 63-year-old man. I've never done stand-up. I asked Norm MacDonald, I'm sure you have no idea.
74.
Huh?
She's 74.
Oh yeah, see, Glenn told me she was only 72, but that's
Or May 72. Okay.
that's why I'm saying. You know, I asked Norm MacDonald if 63 was too late to start doing stand-up, and he said, "Hell no. You have the perspective of both being young and being old. You know, the bulk of stand-up comedians out there only have the perspective of being young. They don't have a clue yet
And how to act and all that. Yeah, I hear
what
you.
life is like."
Yeah.
What truly life is like, how low your balls actually hang when you get into your 60s,
Yeah.
how big, how like hens' eggs they get in, you know, socks that just, oh my God.
What's the matter, baby girl?
Just unplugging one thing. It's not enough.
Yeah, you should take
waking
a nap.
up?
If you're tired,
Are you
should-
waking up?
You can take a nap.
Well,
We're not going for a little bit, okay? We're not going for a little bit.
It's a little annoying.
I know, this is a place we've never been before. We don't understand what's going on. Okay, Kira's chilling. This is a cool floor. I just like laying on a cool floor. And Peanut's
laid
going,
right down
why are
there."
these giants in my house? Why? Don't come near me or my dad.
Heck, her head's bigger than Peanut.
Yes, her head probably weighs more than Peanut.